Okay, so in this video, I'll take you on a journey where I'll go from a broke dude who's browsing the internet to a billionaire. So let's begin. First, get an idea. You need a product or idea to sell people, but there are some key factors. 1, people must be willing to pay you for that product. 2, it should be a long-lasting product. I mean, you can't just build $1 billion business on a product that's just trending for a moment, right? Now you gotta ask yourself a few questions. 1, who is gonna use your product? 2, why will someone use your product? 3, what positive difference will your product make in people's lives? And 4, is there any similar kind of product around in the market? If yes, then what's so special about your product that people will choose your product above them? Once you've figured out all the satisfactory answers to those questions, you know that your idea is good and it may work. You can work on it. Alright, you cleared the first step. You got yourself an idea. Now you gotta build that product. But building a product needs money. Not a problem. Register a company, take a loan under it so that the company is responsible for the loan and not you as an individual. Too much of a problem? Take money from your family or friends. If that's not possible, start an extra job. I mean, you gotta go to the hard way. Save a few grand. This process is called bootstrapping in business terms. Now you got yourself money. Build the product. If your product is software based, like an app or a website, you can build it yourself. But that wouldn't be possible in most cases. You can hire someone from South Asia or Africa to build your product for a much cheaper rate. If it's a physical product, contact manufacturers in China. Start small, start selling online, get sales or users. Learn social media marketing, try to grow your business organically or try to do it through ads, and meanwhile learn as many skills as you can. Learn how to find your target audience, and once you have done that, you will start to get sales or users. Now I suppose your product is getting enough sales or users. You are making money. Users are loving it and it's growing fast, because if the product is not growing fast, then it's probably not a good idea. You have to rebuild and rethink the whole process and start over again. Okay, now I suppose your product is growing fast. But now the problem is that the profit margin is too low. Now is the fun part, fundraising. Before that, you want to know what is a stock, because you'll need it while you do the fundraising stuff. It's basically a part of your company. If a company has 1 million stocks and you own one of them, then you can say that you own 1/1,000,000th of that company. While making your company, you will define how many stocks you want to start with, and you can increase it later on. Note that a stock cannot be split. So someone can't have 1.5 stocks. They will either have 1 stocks or 2 stocks. Alright, done. Note that 90% of businesses fail in the fundraising stage. You want someone to put money into your company so that you can get a boost in your growth process and he can get a multiplied amount of money what he put in at first as your company grows. There are multiple resources online which will show you the process of fundraising, and there is a whole lot of things you want to dive deep into. So now suppose in your company your first investor put $20,000 and took 10% of your company. So now your company is valued at $200,000. This funding round is called the seed round. You own 90% and he owns 10%. By the way, on paper it won't be a percentage that will be mentioned, but it would be the stocks that you will give to him. If your company has 100,000 stocks, you will give him 10,000 stocks, which are equivalent to 10% of your company. Now you are gonna use that money to grow your team and scale up and eventually get more users or sales, which made you more money. As your company is making more money, your valuation is also growing. So the valuation of your whole company is growing. Now, typically, it's 12x to 36x to your monthly revenue. It can vary a lot depending on the type of your company and niche and scalability and a lot of the factors. So now as your company is growing, you decided to take one more investment, this time 100,000 for 10%, and then you take another 2 million and then another and then another. You just keep on taking investment. I mean, you can take investments as long as you want and as long as people are willing to put money into your company. So after taking so many investments, you decide you are done and you just want a final round. So a company decides to invest 200 million in your company for a 10% stake. Now your company is worth 2 billion. By the way, I'm doing it all 10% because it's easier to calculate the valuation in that way. But it won't be like that in real life. After being diluted repeatedly, I suppose you have 50% share of the company left. Now there are 2 timelines. In first one, Google comes in and tells you, hey, nice company, can I get it for like $2 billion? And you'll be like, okay, yeah, you can have it. And now you have $1 billion in liquid cash, and you are successfully a billionaire. And in the second timeline, you make your company go public. Now the normal people can buy and sell your stocks. So now your company is listed in NASDAQ. If you don't know, this is where companies buy and sell their stocks to the public. So now there are 10 million stocks in your company, I suppose, and each stock is worth $20 in the NASDAQ. And you own half of it, as you used to own 50% of your company. So now you own half of it. So now you are still a billionaire, but you just don't have your money in cash. But you can cash in when you want, but I don't think you want to. When the stock price goes up, your net worth goes up with it, and when the stock price goes down, your net worth goes down. That's why you see people like Elon Musk's net worth going a few billion higher or lower in a day. It's just because their company's reputation has become better or worse. When it becomes better, people want to buy more stocks, so the price goes high. So congrats on being a billionaire. Like and subscribe.